Michael Burry's probably right. I actually think that this market is going to see a whole lot more crazy ups and downs because what's gotten really popular lately has been super concentration and leveraged ETFs. So you see it like at the end of the day and the beginning of the day, things just go crazy up and down. And I think we're going to see that craziness even like these are going to be the most volatile years I bet over the next few years because I kind of think a lot of people are like, it can't go higher and watch I follow the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100.
Yeah.
It's going to go through like 1,000 and people are going to be like, what? This isn't fair. Why does it keep going up? It shouldn't. But between here and there, Burry's probably going to be right and be like, see, I told you there was a 19% dip and then it goes right back up. It's crazy right now.
So what about the stock?
So on the stock, most money in the last like 6 months, Circle actually bought it around 68. And then of course it fell to like 58. I'm really good at like buying when it's still like kind of got some room to go down, like timing that bottom so hard. But now it's like 120, 130. And I'm like, okay, great. That's a really good play. Longer term over the last 4 or 5 years, NVIDIA has been really great. But then there are also losers as part of that. More recently, like the hell with Netflix. Like, I shouldn't say bad words on the show on the iced coffee hour, but I bought Netflix, made money from my buys when they were going through that whole Warner Brothers crap. But recently, they just keep bleeding, and they're such money makers. Nobody realizes they'll probably exceed the advertising that YouTube's growth has. So YouTube's advertising growth, Netflix is going to blow it out of the water. Nobody's even paying attention to it.
And what stock over your lifetime have you made the most money on?
Oh, by far Tesla.
Yeah. I
Tesla.
remember, man, I think it was in 2020 or 2021.
Yeah.
You showed me, I think it was like a JP Morgan account.
Yep.
I'm just going to say there was $40 million in that
yeah.
account. And I remember looking at that and just thinking the only thing I would do, I wanted to click sell for you.
I know, just sell everything, right?
I wanted you to sell so badly and just lock it in.
The crazy thing is it'd be like, here in California, you pay like 35% in gains taxes, because you got even the long term, right? Short term, you'd be at 55% gone. Poof, more than half.
Yeah,
gone.
but even then you would walk away in the 20s.
That's true.
And I think I told you back then, man, I would just take a year off.
Right. Yeah.
Just chill.
How much did you put into Tesla? Was that all Tesla gains? Like, what did that $40 million look like? Because I swear I blinked my eyes and all of a sudden it was just like everyone here and Kevin was leading the charge by miles.
I wouldn't say it was all Tesla. There was a chunk of it, I would say about $8 million of it was margin. So not all of that 40 was, and I have a video on this somewhere where I break down like how much of it is margin or whatever. So the video would be a really good reference to look up, the $40 million portfolio. I want to say my buying, because I bought Tesla, I remember before COVID in like 2017, I'm like, guys, I got 500 grand in Tesla. Yeah. And then it went down, it was like 300 grand, and I'm like, and everybody's leaving me comments like, you're such a loser, because it was during production hell with the Model 3. Same was true, by the way, when I bought NVIDIA. When I launched my ETF back at the end of 22, I bought a ton of NVIDIA at the same time, and it just went down another like 20%, and everybody's making fun of me. What a loser. That was a 6 or 7-figure return on that, multi-millions of dollars from NVIDIA. Tesla was probably 7 million of that 40 in gains.
Yeah.
I think the total was like maybe 15 that was in Tesla. Too concentrated, but that's from memory. But yeah, I mean, hey, there are winners and losers, right? Like I lost money on a firm back in 2021.
How much?
I think I rode that down probably $1.5 million. Yeah, just
how does
in
that
one
feel
stock.
looking back and losing $1.5 million on that?
That's not the only place I've lost $1 million, because I've lost $1 million in even just other business ideas or opportunities, or like, I'm going to go learn how to be a pilot. That probably cost $1 million, right? So I don't really look at the number anymore. I look at it more as it was a really expensive college education, So like, hey, what lessons can I learn from why I didn't sell a firm earlier, right? And how can I not make those stupid mistakes again?
How do you say that so casually though? Like, I could lose $1 million here.
Honestly, it's probably the happiest I've ever been right now, because I really just don't care about the numbers, because I got these beautiful 7 children. I don't have any debt. There's no worry about anything. It's like I don't have margin debt, a home debt, or whatever. And I realize I'm in a really fortunate place because, there's YouTube income, there's other revenue, I run House Hack, now we call it Reinvest. So for me, I'm like, I just want to build. And I don't really have this stress or fear of a downside. back then I did. You know, I had $8 million in margin debt. I had 20 properties with mortgages on them, right? So it's weird, but like I'm way less stressed today than I was then.
Didn't you used to make fun of Dave Ramsey, though, for the debt aspect?
Yes.
And now you're like,
Well, you
I
said
have no
billionaire
debt.
broke. Like,
well,
confidently. Like,
that is still
was...
true. I still believe in the billionaire or broke thesis. So I still have that as an ambition. Like, I still want to do that. And I think I can with, you know, the real estate company, with House Hack, Reinvest. But yeah, it's maybe like what do you call it? Like a mea culpa when you're like, damn, the guy I always used to make fun of, Dave Ramsey. I'm kind of like, maybe he kind of had a point. You know, like, so respect. I will respectfully say that.
So you feel better paying off all the debt.
Great.
Do you recommend the average person pay off their debt?
It depends, because the tough thing is, you know, you want to be able to build wealth. And I personally think one of the best ways to build wealth is real estate, which is really annoying for people to hear right now because rates are so high. It's like, come on, nobody's building wealth with 6% interest rates. That's fair. That'll change over time. We're not going to be at 6% interest rates forever. You know, I think the biggest risk now that people have is there's so much of a desire to take out margin debt for betting markets or Robinhood or whatever. And I think that's where people are going to get destroyed. And I do think that debt, you know, there's the AI side of debt. We could talk about that later. But I think a lot of people are drowning in debt right now. I think a lot of people have a lot of credit card debt, multiple credit card debts, student loans. I mean, you know, in some areas on the margin, you're seeing card delinquency skyrocket, credit card delinquency skyrocket, a lot of lower income. And it's really hard. But it goes to show that that debt is something that does kill you and kind of prevents you from building a net worth.
If you have a cat, you know that keeping them healthy is a non-negotiable. And a big part of that really just comes down to diet. By choosing a quality cat food, you're buying more time with your cat and giving them a happier, healthier life.
That's exactly why we are so excited to partner with Smalls. Smalls is fresh, human-grade cat food that does so much more than just feed your cat. It helps them live a full, healthy life.
Not only is Smalls healthier for your cat, but it also noticeably improves their energy. In fact, 88% of cat parents say that after feeding Smalls, their cat is softer and shinier and has more energy to play.
Smalls recipes are over 80% protein, which helps your cat build the muscle they need, and they never use fillers or artificial ingredients.
Personally, I found that finding the right cat food is really difficult because in my case, I have one cat that will literally eat anything. Like, you leave any morsel of food on the table, it just will eat it. The other cat's extremely picky, but with Smalls, they both enjoy it. It's the perfect fix.
If you're ready to find your forever cat food, Smalls is perfect for you, and for a limited time, because you're a Nice Coffee Hour listener, you get 60% off your first order plus free shipping and free treats for life when you head to smalls.com/iced. That's 60% off your first order plus free shipping and free treats for life when you head to smalls.com/iced.
Thank you again to Smalls for sponsoring this podcast.